I would now like to share with you Kyle and Amber's love story using their words. They met in Belle Plaine. Amber was down visiting a friend of hers who had moved there, and they decided to go downtown for the evening. And they were at a bar, and in Amber's words, she said, "I was a little forward when I first contacted Kyle and kind of scared him off. But he came around about a half hour later and they talked. And they hit it off instantly and have become inseparable ever since." Kyle, on the other hand, says, "We had a great time talking that night, and then we went on a date later that week." Amber was attracted to Kyle because he's tall, dark, handsome, his good looks, and he was so sincerely sweet and charming. Kyle looked at Amber and said, "This is one beautiful woman, but she's also outgoing and very active," and this was very attractive to him. Amber says that she once heard a joke that the key to wooing a woman is to treat her like a person, then a princess, then a goddess, then a person again. With Kyle, it's like he got to the goddess level and stopped. Every day he makes her feel like the most amazing woman on the planet and keeps her smiling and laughing no matter what has happened that day. She tries to do the same, and every day it just gets better. Kyle thinks their relationship works because they enjoy doing activities together and spending time with each other. And in doing these activities, they talk about their daily highs and lows, and this gives them a chance to get closer to each other and to know what's going on in each other's lives. Amber loves how thoughtful Kyle is. He always seems to know what she needs, and he answers and services those needs. Whether it's doing dishes because he knows that she hates the clutter, or giving her a ride to work when the roads are icy because that makes her nervous to drive on icy roads. He's always a step ahead of her, trying to make her happy. Kyle says that Amber is a very loving person. She cares about people, and she makes sure they feel special, and he really loves that aspect of her. And he also loves that she does volunteer work helping teach English to people that do not speak English as their primary language. And I want to end with some words that Amber offered as additional comments, and I'm going to read them verbatim because I can't do as good a job as she did. And she says, "Kyle has completely changed the way I look at marriage, basically turned me into a believer. When the first rush of weddings happened post-college, I have to confess that I actually felt sorry for my friends. Sure, I smiled and congratulated them, but secretly I pitied them and rejoiced in my independence. I just didn't get why anyone would want to sacrifice that independence and tie themselves to another person forever. Now I get it. I always thought relationships had to be a lot of stress and work, but being with Kyle has shown me how awesome it can be. I used to think of marriage as retiring from life. I even jokingly co-founded a fictitious organization called the AMA, Anti-Marriage Association, with some of my college girlfriends. But now I see that it's just the beginning. Everything is more fun with Kyle, and every experience is so much better and more meaningful because I get to share it with him. Nothing makes me happier than the idea of spending the rest of our lives together. I honestly feel like the luckiest girl in the world."